We're all familiar with IKEA's colorful, well-designed, functional home furnishing products at affordable prices. And it's hard to walk by an IKEA store without being tempted to walk in.
Today on Coffee with the Boss, we speak to Rojkjaer, Managing Director of IKEA Southeast Asia. Rojkjaer heads IKEA Southeast Asia. He's responsible for the IKEA stores and shopping centers in Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand. He's also got big plans to multiply its business in coming years by opening new IKEA stores and shopping centers in the region. Christian is an MBA qualified international business professional with a track record as CEO, COO and CFO. As a leader, he is known for his commitment, reliability, team building, and strong hands-on delivery of goals. Christian is our special guest on Coffee with the Boss. Christian, it's a pleasure having you on Coffee with the Boss. If I asked you to best describe IKEA products in 4 words, what would you give me?
Well, lovely question. So what would it be? Smart, functional, affordable, and instantly available to take home.
Very good.
Something like that.
You look after something like 3,500 people across Southeast Asia, namely in 3 countries. You've got Singapore, you've got Malaysia, and you've got Thailand. What sort of a boss are you?
Oh, that's a good question. In my own eyes or in somebody else's eyes? I think on the good side, I'm a boss that loves to see action. I love to get to a yes. I love to say yes to things. I'm unfortunately also super impatient and way too direct, but I hope that my team knows that I love them a lot. I love to work with the team, and I love to see all the good ideas that comes, and I've even come to a point where I've realized that their ideas are way better than mine. So I'm a boss that believes a lot in the power of the team.
Exactly. I know you're big on team building. So how exactly would you foster team building when you had a group of people around you?
Well, I think actually, to be honest, I'm trying to treat them like I would have wanted to be treated myself. And that's sometimes good, sometimes less. Because I like when people are direct, tell me straight to my face what they want. And there's something in it for me, you know, what do I want to do? So when we do business planning, for instance, you know, we try to do it really bottom up. What do the guys in the loading bay, on the IKEA floor, in the shopping center, what do they want? What do they think the customers want? Instead of me dreaming up all sort of ideas, you know. And that gives engagement, and that makes a team that all want to do something together. It sounds maybe easier than it is to do, because so many ideas comes up, and then it's my awful job sometimes to say no, and that's back to my force. I'm better at saying yes, but I have to say no from time to time, but I hate it.
If I asked you what are some things you will not stand for, what would they be?
I'm a Dane, and so you know, you can never run really away from where you were brought up, you know. So you know, equality, gender balance, that everybody have a right. You know, I was brought up by a single mother. You know, my father died when we were young, and so on. So I believe a lot in the individual and fairness and openness, honesty, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
You were fortunate enough to meet the founder of IKEA, Ingvar Kamprad. Yes. Can you tell us what sort of a man was he? I know he was fairly eccentric.
Yeah, no, but I mean, many people know him way better than I. Actually, we have much more contact with his 3 sons that are all my age, actually around 50, and also amazing business people and retailers like their dad was. But maybe their dad was a bit special there. He was, I would say, a unique businessman and creative, structured, and had a fantastic ability to build enthusiasm and teams and for people to back up around his ideas and general direction, not specific, but you know, maneuvering in broadly the right direction that he wanted. So he was not afraid of making mistakes or let his guys make mistakes, and I think that was probably his enormous strength. You know, that he had this. No, they will do some mistakes, but generally we are moving in the right direction. He was quite a character, and he had this, maybe one more thing. He had this amazing ability always to remember the individual. So somehow we all felt, I felt, and I guess many others felt that too. Hey, Ingvar, he looked at me, he came to me, he said this to me, you know. So, you know, when I had my middle daughter, suddenly he appears, you know, and says in Danish, you know, hey, come here, Dad, you know. And yeah, he just had an ability to appear and to have that attention to the individual that are so important, right, for all of us to feel, hey, I am not only a part of a team, I'm also myself.
Did Ingvar or any of his 3 sons offer you any words of advice?
So if there's one thing I've learned from them, that is always to pursue simplicity. And when you think it's simple, then go even further and make it even more simple, because you're probably still making it complex, you know. So that's a big take from them, and that I think we can all learn from, you know. We are still mammals, right? We are still human beings. How difficult can things be sometimes?
I agree, totally. Look, you're running something like 7 IKEA stores in the region. Are you looking at expanding even more for IKEA?
Yeah, we are. We're having a quite accelerated expansion plan. So we came from 3 stores. And then why is each store complex? Well, that is because, first of all, it's another 400 colleagues that all needs to be trained, that needs to have the IKEA values that we are so proud of and that we think is foundation for it all. So when we say growth, it's of course much more than just opening. It's this whole thing that we can never grow faster than our values, our IKEA values allow us to grow. And that is, I think, the wonderful challenge here, to build a team with those values and to be a role model yourself. But also what makes it that we can't just run ahead and open, you know, 20 stores. Each store is about 200 million Sing dollars, right? So it's also a lot of money. But the big thing is this, living our values while we grow.
Christian, you've got 2 business models currently operating in Southeast Asia. You've got one model, which is just the standalone IKEA store, but you've got a different sort of model operating in Malaysia and Thailand. Can you tell us a bit more about this different model, please?
That's a very important point, actually. Also with the future of retail and how people purchase and so on. So we believe that these complete retail destinations, meeting places, the day out is important now and forever. But that it will change over time, what people are looking for, but still this thing, going somewhere, touch and feel the products, have a meal, have a coffee, go to the cinema, go have some tuition, doing some leisure of some kind, but the day out. We have done that more, that's true, in Thailand and Malaysia, but also to some degree here in Singapore with for instance, here in Tampines, you know, with our neighbors here. We would like to make even more out of the meeting place here in Tampines, but actually it has worked quite well, and I think that our Singapore customers would still consider it like a destination, but a little bit more on a shopping destination more than a day out, while some of our Malaysian and Thai is more the day out, you know, with more leisure and that sort of stuff. But the big thing is this, that it must be more than just shopping. It must be a day out, a meal, you know, inspiration, have a bit of fun, you know.
The big question is this as well. A lot of companies are watching their carbon footprint. What is IKEA doing to make sure they're reducing their carbon footprint? Oh, it's a topic close to our hearts, and not only mine, but I think all our co-workers say the same, that we are quite proud to tell our grandparents, our children, our friends that we are working for a company that does its very, very best on these topics. We can get better, but all parts of the IKEA value chain is doing their part. So of course on the manufacturing, where a lot of consumption takes place, it's very, very controlled now, what we call IWA certified manufacturers that have to live up to certain criteria. And for us as a retailer, all our units, all our stores and shopping centers have solar panels, insulated, you know, the double, triple glazed windows, all the things we can do in order to reduce our energy consumption and actually reduce our consumption of water, gas, anything. So it's not only something that makes us happy and proud, it is actually also good business when you do it right. Because then actually you can save money that you can give back as lower prices to the customers. So it makes a lot of sense. But you need to find out how to do it, though. It's not as easy as it sounds. We've learned the hard way. You need to invest in it, and you need to become better and better at it. Christian, it's been a pleasure talking to you on Coffee with the Boss. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take
Cheers.
care.
Now, if you know the top personality I should be speaking to, tweet me at LanceCNA.